And off we go from SoFi Stadium. They go play action with Hurts. And his first pass is incomplete.
Brandon, watching their tape from last week, I saw plenty of plays like we just saw there, forcing incompletions. It was key in their win last week. They're hoping the same thing happens this time out, too.
Now a 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Hurts. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
Hurts sets up to throw it. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Hurts. On the throw, let him too much that time. It's incomplete. And, CD, you look at this defense, what kind of pressure are they under trying to stop a team that has won 5 games in a row?
Well, to me, it makes their job harder because you know you're going up against an offense that's playing at an elite level. And sometimes you can get too caught up in trying to play the perfect game. You're trying to be too precise, too fine, instead of just letting it rip. And I think that's more the priority than trying to be absolutely perfect.
Throwing his Hurts. He's got his target. That's complete. Down to the 10. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A.J. Brown with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Eagles are on the board first on the road here in L.A. Elliott good with a PAT. And that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Oh, some strong running. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. Stafford and the Rams come up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. That's to the 2nd-year man, Puka Nacua. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
A first run now for Kyren Williams. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. And the Rams at 1-9 now on the year. And they come in after a win last week, and it had been some time since we've been able to say that. That broke a 9-game skid.
And how about that video we saw, the celebration after the win last week? So many people called it relief. I think you and I saw joy in there, too. This team has really struggled to win one. They have the right to celebrate.
And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
From the gun on 3rd down, Stafford. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete. So on 4th down, on is Ethan Evans to punt for the Rams. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. A nice punt, but a good run back as well of 13 yards. And the Eagles will have it taking over 1st and 10. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And if you just look at this game, Charles, on paper, they've got the edge, no doubt. They're hanging around the top of the NFC. On the other side, you got a squad that's towards the bottom of the NFC. But when we mentioned that to the coaches, they were having no part of it.
Yeah, and I like how you said when we mentioned it. In fact, I mentioned it, and I upset them a little bit, didn't I? Because they wanted no part of that one, and I was reminded, like a 5-year-old, this is the NFL. Any given Sunday, anything can happen. They are guarding against the upset.
This throw nearly intercepted. Oh, the big D lineman almost had it. But 3rd down coming up. This defense for the Rams, they were strong last week, CD, and that went over New England.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run.
Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have an Eagles 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Here's Hurts to throw. This is caught. It's Brown. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Looking for A.J. Brown again, and he's got it again. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A.J. Brown, his 2nd touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Eagles are off to a 13-0 first quarter lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on 1st down. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete. You look at this Eagle defense. They were very strong in that victory from a week ago.
And what I saw on film was nearly an unstoppable pass rush. They had 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries. So now do you just max protect on offense, keep everyone in and run, 1 or 2 receiver routes to make sure your quarterback stays up? We'll soon find out.
5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on. And I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch. Now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up 1st downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And here's Rodgers on the return. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. And it will be Eagles football, 1st and 10. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it.
And now off to the races, down the right side. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Devontae Smith, 69 yards. And the Eagles are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Elliott good on the extra point, and it's now 21-0. So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive.
Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but...
Oh, an absolutely filthy juke. He's got some space now. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Now Stafford.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. It's Nakobe Dean with a pick, and the Eagles will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line. So a first interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Ram territory. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2.
Running again with Barkley on 2nd down.
And it'll be a minimum pickup here as it will take us to the end of the first quarter.
21-0 our score after 1.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, a perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1.
And they'll try and run the option to pick it up.
And he will not only not get the yard he needed, he goes the wrong direction.
On 4th down, punt coming from Braden Mann.
Back deep, Khalif Raymond. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. 36 yards on the punt with no return. And the Rams will be backed up deep to begin the drive as they take over 1st and 10. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the 2nd quarter, but you're down.
You want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
And you're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy. One of the great coaches said football is really a simple game. Rush theirs, protect yours. And he's talking about those guys throwing the football. In this situation, the rush one, hitting the quarterback and forcing him into an...
Over the middle, and there's a diving catch. It's the first catch of the game for Kupp, and he's got a 1st down.
When you're a player of his stature, you don't just circle the games on your team's calendar. You
circle the Pro Bowl?
Without a doubt. That's a game that you just figure you're going to be in each and every year. And it's because of catches like that. That's why he goes.
And he'll be tackled right on the chalk at the 45. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Throwing again is Stafford. And that is incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here in this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on 1st down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
Now it's Stafford.
Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted.
And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line.
Well, it certainly feels like this defensive group has figured this guy out to the tune of a big lead in this one. And you know that he's frustrated with how this game has gone. And now with back-to-back interceptions, he's got to find a way to get out of his own head and start making better plays.
A 1st down carry for Barkley. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Airing it out deep for Smith.
Oh, a first mistake for him in the ball game as it's intercepted. And the Rams are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line. So really the first speed bump that this offense has encountered, they'd had the rule of the roost here in this first half, but now slowed up just a bit by the interception.
And there's a chance that's a wake-up call for them because you don't want to go on autopilot too early. That team on defense is capable of making some plays similar to the one they made right there.
The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
Stafford and the Rams come up 1st and 10.
At their own 22. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
He'll drop this down to Williams.
That helps the completion percentage, but not much else, and now it's 3rd and 10.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack.
Nolan Smith racking up sack number 12 for him on the year.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away.
On the return, it's Rodgers.
So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Eagles will have great starting field position here as they take over. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down.
Oh, and Hurts is going to be hit and taken down to the ground.
The safety blitz turns out to be a great call defensively as they sack him for a loss of 9. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. They'll set up a throw.
And that's going to be caught downfield by Brown.
And all the way down to the 7-yard line. He'll look to throw. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete.
Coaches talk about it all the time. Players talk about it as well. Excellent job staying disciplined in coverage and making that stop. Inside the red zone, every stop like that could...
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by a Keller Witherspoon.
And the Rams are going to take possession here at their own 3-yard line.
Well, Brandon, as they say in popular culture, this one's going to leave a mark because they can see the end zone, but it'll stay out of reach because of their error. All their offensive teammates have to give the quarterback right now, offer a little bit of encouragement because what's done is done. Let's get them next time out.
The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. They take over here following the interception. That's the good news. The tough spot is the spot that they're in. That's inside the 5 in the shadow of their own goalpost here. 1st and 10.
They start the drive on the ground. It's Williams. And he's able to get this up just shy of the 15. They needed some breathing room. He gave it to them. 11 yards and a 1st down. They run it again with Williams. And he'll get this one up to about his 14. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. Takes this one up past the 20 after he's able to make a man miss. A gain of 8 there on the play, and 3rd and 1 now. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play.
Here now, 3rd and a yard. Stafford going to change it up here.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw.
Able to find the open man. That's complete.
And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. It's an 11-yard pickup. Thought they'd run it on 3rd and 1. Not the case.
First and 10 at the 33-yard line.
Here's Stafford. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that's caught inside the 30. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second, as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far, and never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. To the air again, Stafford. Going to throw deep for the end zone. And incomplete on the deep ball.
And that's where you're counting on a receiver's size being an advantage. They were hoping he could go up the top of a smaller DB and haul that one in. A good thought, but that time it didn't work out.
And he's got it. That's caught for a Ram touchdown. A great play there in the final seconds of the first half.
And the Rams are on the board here in the final seconds of the first half.
Extra point right down the middle. And they'll cut the lead to 21-7.
Maybe time for one play on offense. 7 seconds to go in the half as the kick is away. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10. At their own
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go.
And they'll have time for one play. That's it. 3 seconds to go before intermission.
And he's going to be taken down here as that will lead us to the end of the first half of play. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Rams set to receive the second half kickoff, and they trail here as we resume play.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already, and it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Stafford now to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, the passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
They'll score that a 36-yard punt.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
Dotson in motion right.
They'll start out here with a jet sweep.
Finding space at the 40.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down. They'll send a receiver here in motion right. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And this is caught at the 20. Touchdown, Philadelphia.
Devontae Smith,
his second touchdown of the night.
And the Eagles take a 3-touchdown lead.
Elliott good with a PAT. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Muscles by at the 25.
And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Back to throw, Stafford.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
Here's 2nd and 10.
They'll run out of the gun here, Williams. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. They'll fake the give. Now Stafford. Eagle pressure. Too much this time. Down he goes.
Multiple defenders getting home there for a loss of 11.
Here comes the Rams punter now, as he'll come on for his 5th kick of the night. Rodgers to return it. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And out will come the offense as they take over. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. They have picked up right where they left off in half number 1, just looking really dominant, extending this lead.
And it's fun to see when teams actually do that, because so many times you go into the half after playing well, and you kind of relax a little bit. We've got this. We can kind of punch the button whenever we get good and ready. But for a team to keep the intensity and keep the execution up and come back after the half and play so well, that's actually really, really nice to see.
And a pedal to the metal. That's what we're seeing right now.
On the move past the 40. There he goes again.
And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown.
A.J. Brown, 71 yards, as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. Elliott good on the extra point, and that'll increase their lead to 28. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And able to get this out to the 25. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled out drop. Here's a diving catch right side. And they'll get to him right away as he's taken down right there at the 44. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards.
It must be something about the night air, because he is putting on an absolute show under the light.
Yeah, we've established anything in his vicinity, he's grabbing it. Stafford.
That's into the hands of Khalif Raymond.
Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
18 more yards there and another first down.
And it's a real luxury when you have a guy who can turn a short throw into a solid gain at any moment. Once he caught that ball, he ID'd where the open grass was and got there in a hurry to pick up a new set of downs for his offense.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
Second down and a yard.
Now Stafford.
Pass complete there to Nacua.
A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
And the throw and the catch were just fine, but against zone coverage when you run a drag route, what you're hoping for is he makes the catch and makes someone miss, and they don't there. Very difficult route to run.
And it's complete. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Rams.
Puka Nacua.
A 24-yard touchdown.
And the Rams are able to cut into that deficit.
And when the quarterback drops and has a guy that wide open in the end zone, his eyes have to get just as big as grapefruits.
Oh, without a doubt. This is the easiest throw you're going to get, and you're going to get the benefit of a touchdown on top of it. Make that throw.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll cut the lead back down to 21. The Rams kickoff team on the field, and here we go with the ball in the air. The lane opens here. He's past the 30.
Now that should give him a spark. He's across the 40 to the 43.
At some point, we're going to get it through our heads. Special teams, special teams, special teams. The spark that often wins games.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the third quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
A yard all they need, but it's third down. From the gun, it's Hurts. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Hurts sets up to throw it.
Complete. Smith has it. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA.
Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's 2nd and 2. Hurts.
Going for it all. And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown.
A.J. A.J. Brown, 28 yards. And the Eagles add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week.
Elliott good with a PAT, and that'll increase their lead to 28. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. Facing a big fourth quarter deficit here, things not looking good. You know, this offense, though, they've been in the top half of the NFL so far this season, but in this one, well, their defense has really struggled.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. First play of the drive going for 14 and a first down.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. To throw is Stafford. Escaping the pressure right. Now on the run. He'll throw it back deep over the middle.
On Stafford for the third time is intercepted. Picked off by Reed Blankenship. And the Eagles are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line.
I think that interception happened for two reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
They find some open field here. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25.
43 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. They'll run it again with Barkley. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Saquon Barkley. Touchdown number 22 on the season.
And the Eagles are closing in on win number 10 as they extend this fourth quarter lead.
The PAT would extend their lead, but there is a flag on the play.
Well, things obviously not going their way. Trailing here in the fourth quarter, and that penalty going to go ahead and give the other side some extra yardage.
We all know it's an intense game and things can get heated out there. That's part of the battle. But bottom line, you got to keep your cool. That was not an example of doing that.
And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30. Stafford and the Rams come up 1st and 10.
Right at the 30. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And this one is incomplete.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
A shotgun snap for Stafford.
And that's to the left sideline and incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. And even 30 yards on a play that began back at the 30. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 right at the 40. Again, it's Stafford. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Well, they're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21.
Going to be taken in here by Nakua.
It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to 3rd down.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on 1st down. They didn't get all of it back, but now they look at 3rd down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
22, 32,
From the gun, here's Stafford. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception.
Now he's loose down the left sideline.
And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD. Elliott good on the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick-6. And now the kick is away.
Oh, a good return up past the 30. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear.
That's caught at the 25. And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late, but he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man. Extra point attempt to come here. And they make the score a little bit more respectable here in our final quarter of play. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go.
Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would, they get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate, but we'll see what they decide to do as they come out with this one. But the way this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset.
2nd down and 8.
They've got a 2nd down now as they look to salt this one away. They'll try and run some clock here with Barkley. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8.
3rd and 8. Throwing is Hurts. This one goes out wide for Barkley.
And he gets this to the 48, but no further. Well short of the line to gain. 3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked it down to force a 4th down?
The Eagles send out their punter now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Oh, it's a wobbler here. And this will be down by a member of the kicking team just outside of the 30-yard line. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line.
Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just...
And now here's another interception.
And the Eagles are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their 38. They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit.
Up the middle with Barkley.
Byron Young there on the stop. 2nd and 14.